All right, this video is to help you with a new set of examples, example 6 and 7 in our notes from this week. I just wanted to refresh your memory of, oops, there it is, what the previous examples look like. So we had a fraction, then we had plus a number equals another fraction. So we had a lot of adding and subtracting fractions there, where the new type of problems, you'll notice it's just a fraction equal to another fraction. We call this a proportion. And so we're going to solve these a little simpler. So we're still going to do the same steps. We're going to go ahead and state our restrictions on the domain. So hopefully you notice here and here is our domain, but this part of our bottom is only in the denominator. This is the only one that actually has a variable. So that's the only one we have to check, the x minus 9. And remember, it can't equal 0, so you would add 9. So n cannot equal 9. So when we're solving this, we got to check to make sure n is not 9. This one, this denominator does not have a variable at all, so we don't care about that. That 5 is always going to be a 5. It's never going to be 0. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we call these things cross multiplying. So we're going to take the 5 times it by the n minus 1. So I'm going to go ahead and write 5 and then in parentheses n minus 1. And then we're going to go ahead and do that same thing, but we're going to multiply it this way. So we're going to take this bottom and multiply it to that top. And here's where most people forget to do. There's an equal to sign in the middle. So this is what most people make their mistakes. They forget to put equal to. And then we're going to multiply these two things together. 4 times n minus 9. And then from there, hopefully your math instincts kick in. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to distribute that at 5. So we're going to have 5n minus 5 equals, and then we're going to distribute that 4. So it's going to be 4n minus 36. All right, this is where I like to do my box in my wall. So I have my boxes on opposite sides of that equation. Since they're on opposite sides, you want to do the opposite to move it to the other side. So 4n is over there. We're going to do the opposite of positive 4n, and we're going to subtract 4n to each side. So that then they're on the same side. Remember, whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. And since the ends are on opposite side, you do the opposite to move it to the other side. And 5 minus 4 is just 1n or n. And then from there, once you move the ends, then it's just a two-step equation of solving. Actually, this one's a one-step. So we need to get the n by itself. So we're going to add 5. So n is going to equal negative 31. And last step is just to make sure, hey, this is negative 31. Did we say it cannot equal negative 31? No, so then this is our answer, and we're done. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do example 7. We're going to first, just like before, we're going to list our restrictions on the domain. But hopefully you look at here, this is a 5, this is a 6. We have no variables in the denominator, okay? So there are no restrictions. And there's no restrictions because we don't have any variables on the denominator. No variables on bottom. All right, so we checked that. We have no restrictions. All right, so now what we're going to do, since it is just a fraction equal to a fraction, we're going to set up our proportion. So we're going to multiply the 6 times the x minus 6. And don't forget to put your equal to sign here. And then we're going to multiply the 5 times the x plus 1. And then hopefully your math instincts kick in. So we know we need to distribute. So it's going to be 6x minus 36 equals 5x plus 5. Once again, box and wall, those boxes are on opposite sides. So I usually take the right one, move it over to the left, but you can take the left one and move it over to the right, but they're on opposite sides, so we need to do the opposite to move them to the same side. And so then once again, we get 6 minus 5, which is 1x minus 36 equals 5. And then our last and final step is to add 36 to each side. So x is going to equal 41. That is our answer since we had no restrictions. Hopefully this helps you. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.